My speed is my life. You took my life and left me in hell.
Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 8, and for today's video, I'll be going over some recent news about the return of Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, and theorize about how he could play into this season. But yeah, this is actually coming from a recent interview with Jesse L. Martin, and he says something regarding the return of Eobard Thawne, and let's just say it is sooner than we think. So yeah, obviously we are just a month away for The Flash Season 8 to return with its mid-season premiere, that being episode 6. It is on a new day, which is now on Wednesdays, so from March 9th onwards, The Flash will now be airing its episodes on Wednesdays, no longer Tuesdays. We will obviously be kicking off with Interlude Part 2, so episodes 6 and 7 are pretty much filler episodes. They will have no direct connection to any of the graphic novels, maybe apart from like timeline changes created because of Armageddon, but other than that, it's not going to be linked to the next graphic novel at all. It's just going to simply be filler episodes. But then episodes 8 to 12 will be part of graphic novel number 6. And it does seem like we will be getting one more filler episode after that. So episode 13 would be another filler episode, and then that will transition to episode 14 to 18 being the final graphic novel of the season, that being graphic novel number 7. Now, both of these graphic novels will obviously have brand new villains and brand new storylines to explore, so I am interested to see what they have in store for us. But also guys, from a recent Instagram story by Danielle Panabaker, and for those who don't know who that is, it's the actress that plays Caitlin Snow as well as Frost. We do know which episode they are now filming, and it is that they're filming episode 14 of this season.
We started filming episode 14 today, which is pretty incredible. The last few have been a doozy. I'm excited for you guys to see them. I've been busier, I think, than I've ever been on the show, so get ready.
Episode 14 is actually part of the final graphic novel of the season, in which it is honestly crazy to see how far they're into filming, and I cannot wait to see what's in store for us for the back half of The Flash Season 8. Obviously, as we heard from Danielle Panabaker, she did say it's a doozy, so yeah, I'm really interested to see what they have for us. But yeah, as I said, for this video, I'll be going over some recent news regarding the return of the Reverse Flash, and I will theorize about any possible storylines we could end up seeing for his character for the back half of The Flash Season 8. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so I will quickly play that segment of the interview where Jesse L. Martin talks about the Reverse Flash, and I'll go over the theories and the breakdowns afterwards.
Your character is trying to convince the Flash, your son-in-law, to save the life of his arch nemesis, Reverse Flash. Everyone thought he was done. Is he going to continue to wreak havoc?
All I can say is everybody who's a fan of Tom Cavanaugh and his Reverse Flash, get ready. Get ready.
Okay, so during the Flash Season 8's Armageddon event, we obviously had Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, seeking the help of the Flash because he was getting erased from existence and he needed Team Flash's help to save him. And eventually, Team Flash follow through with the plan to extract Eobard Thawne's negative speed force from his system, and this in turn would leave Thawne powerless, but he would be kept alive, meaning he would obviously be saved. We do know that Eobard Thawne was sent to Argus custody as well, and with this there are many theories we can come up with regarding his return. Now, it does make sense that Thawne will be having some sort of a storyline this season. If you really think about it, Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, always has some kind of a trick up his sleeve. He's always been established as this incredibly intelligent mastermind that surely has a plan regardless of the outcome. Whether this plan be in the long term or in the short term, Eobard Thawne is just an incredibly patient character. For example, when he got stranded in the year 2000 after Nora Allen's murder, he knew exactly what to do in order to go back to his own time period, which is the year 2151, or the future, might I say. He knew he had to disguise as Harrison Wells, and he knew that he needed to explode the particle accelerator a lot earlier to create the Flash and make his plan execute quickly. The same could be said during Season 5, where he has literally executed this whole plan just so he could get Cicada's dagger taken away from him and he could escape prison. Thawne is just incredibly smart, so there is no way that he does not have a plan for this. So clearly there would definitely be some sort of a setup for this character's return in this season, and he will definitely plot his escape from prison, and there are several different ways you could go about doing this. The first theory being, this is pretty unlikely compared to the others, but the Reverse Flash storyline for the back half of the season could be tied to one of the big bads for one of the 2 graphic novels. Maybe we could be getting some sort of a speedster villain once again, which Barry would not be able to take down on his own, which again, it wouldn't make too much sense because Barry has leveled up to such an extent where he's pretty much way too overpowered at this point, so I don't know if they would do that. But to make him more exclusive to get Eobard Thawne's help, maybe this villain could be a negative Speed Force user. So if you guys remember, when Barry was extracting Thawne's negative Speed Force out of his system, we saw it going out of Star Labs and pretty much scattering everywhere around Central City. So there is a possibility that someone could have been struck by this lightning. Or maybe several people got struck by this lightning and will be dealing with multiple negative Speed Force speedsters. And they would just automatically become evil because, as we know, the negative Speed Force just corrupts the user with just hatred, anger, all these negative emotions. So we do know whoever uses the negative Speed Force will just automatically be consumed by these negative emotions. So if we do get multiple negative Speed Force users, well, they're pretty much going to be a threat regardless of what happens. And Barry would need Thawne's help to stop them. Now, Thawne would obviously be after his speed. He doesn't care at all whatever happens to the Flash or Central City. Obviously, he wouldn't let anybody kill the Flash besides himself. So that's another contributing factor for him helping Barry in this situation. But realistically, and pretty much the main reason why Thawne would be helping Team Flash, if this does work, is that he's after his speed and nothing else. So he would trick Team Flash into thinking that he's on their side, but in reality he's just simply after his speed. Now, we do know that Eobard Thawne is a mastermind when it comes to the timeline and manipulating it to get what he wants. He's done it with Cicada's dagger during the Flash Season 5. He has somewhat done it during the Flash Season 1 when he knew that the only way he could go home is to create the Flash a couple of years earlier than intended, so he disguises as Harrison Wells, sets up Star Labs, and explodes the particle accelerator in the year 2013, causing Barry Allen to become the Flash in 2014, instead of the original timeline where Barry Allen becomes the Flash in the year 2020. And of course, most recently, Thawne has manipulated or changed the timeline and stole Barry's life by creating Reverse Flashpoint. So Thawne is a genius and he is capable of that, which brings up the question, what does Thawne have planned this time? He's locked up, he's in Argus custody, so what could he do? Well, that is why manipulating the timeline, once again, is a possibility. Now, this is actually pretty interesting. It is possible, but again, I don't know if it will happen. We do know that speedsters have a plethora of abilities, which varies from running in super speed, to throwing lightning, to creating speed mirages, time traveling, phasing, etc. But one speedster ability that could be possible over here is that before Thawne approached Barry for help, maybe he created a time remnant in case things went south. And in this case, it did. The time remnant he created would be his plan B. Now, time remnants are obviously the exact same version of the speedster, but due to possible time ruptures and changes brought by the speedster traveling or staying further back in time, or even a speedster's death, the time remnants are copies of the original speedsters preserved by the Speed Force, as if in their original timelines, having to appear in the new timeline in order to prevent further time paradoxes. So it is possible that Thawne created the time remnant before he approached Barry for help. And yes, as far-fetched as it sounds, it does make sense because, as I've said before in this video multiple times already, Eobard Thawne is an incredibly smart mastermind that undoubtedly has a plan B, regardless of the outcome. So there is definitely some sort of a trick up his sleeve over here as well. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think this Reverse Flash storyline will be for the back half of the Flash Season 8. Do you think it sets up Eobard's return for the Flash Season 9? Or do you think that he will just get his speed back and he will just plot his next revenge on Barry, whether that be once again Season 9 or the final season? Do you guys think Eobard Thawne will become the final main villain of the Flash Season 8? As pretty much the final graphic novel main villain? I'm interested to see all of your thoughts towards all of this as well. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.